What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another one, another Doom normal difficulty raid, showcasing for you guys the tech nodes, and we'll be going through these nodes one by one here, and basically I think right now the team that makes this really easy to one shot is the fact that I've got Kestrel and Doom in the lineup, and then of course I've got Nebula and Doc Ock and Minerva as well. Those are all just, I think people will agree with me that those are some of the best tech characters. And of course I had better alternates, but due to the ISO requirements we had to basically use this team, and I haven't really invested other ones because I've been saving my ISO 8s. But as you guys can see here, I would say I was, even before I got Nebula, who's part of the Infinity Watch team, I was actually able to do most of these nodes with just 4 characters. You can do it. It is pretty easy. Nebula doesn't really bring too much to the table other than the fact that she's fast and the fact that she gets a little couple hits in, which allows Kestrel to proc more frequently. And of course right here at the start, I mean, this node's pretty straightforward, but what I would recommend is not focusing Black Widow, because then the vulnerability just vanishes. Focus on Pyro, or you can go with the right side as well as Magneto or Shocker, but either way they'll go down fast with the special from Kestrel. And then again, like I said already, basically just focusing the defense down on the procs, and then it just gets us extra little hits from Kestrel, who it's just massive. Every time we get a kill, of course we get some heals from Minerva. Also nice, we got the Doom bots, and we have Doc Ock's summon as well, so every time they die, that allows for the Minerva heal to kick in, and it also fills her speed bar. So this is such a great team. I think most people will already have some of these characters leveled up. Minerva specifically for Dark Dimension 3 and 4, and of course Kestrel as well. Doom, if you don't have him unlocked, a good alternate is before I had Doom and I was doing the first strikes, Doom first strikes, I was using Ultron in place of him, and of course back then there wasn't any ISO requirements, so I was able to use Ultron instead of Doom. And then I actually had Shuri there in place of Nebula, which allows a bit of sustain. She gives the defense up as well, so that's a really good team. Unfortunately, she didn't bring a lot of damage, so then I eventually swapped Shuri out for Ghost. I found that Ghost extending and speed reduction was a little bit more beneficial, so you guys can give that a go if you don't have Doom or Nebula. And again, like I said, Nebula is more of a placeholder. I would not say she is like the best character, but again, by default, because we have Infinity Watch geared and tiered as high as we can go, we have to bring her up. And of course, Nebula is so good on that team. Unfortunately, she's not so great outside of that team. She does occasionally assist thanks to her passive, but again, like I said, it's way better if you can, if you have better options, you can definitely sub her out. Next one's not as bad as well. I think the hardest part about this node is just making sure you take out the Ghost and Yellow Jacket ASAP. They can do a massive amount of damage thanks to the lifesteal, and then of course Ghost is just annoying to deal with, but she is squishy, and that makes it easy for Kestrel to take down. And like I said, this is the same team we're running here. It's the only characters I have right now. I haven't geared up anybody else because I don't need to, and we're waiting right now to see, because now they've unlocked Ultron is a good pick now, because now that recently they basically just last night said that his Red Star 4 and 5 were available now, so that just adds more to the fact that they're trying to bring him back and bring his he used to be meta and he kind of lost his way a bit, but the Red Stars will definitely help. So for sure, I'm not investing in him right now, but for sure it helps. I still use Ultron quite a bit in War, and he's still a great character, but like I said, he's just lost his way a little bit thanks to the ever-changing power creep and the changing meta. So we take out Ghost there ASAP because, like I said, you don't want to leave her alone. We'll do the ultimate there, so that way it rips through the taunts, and it also takes care of Yellow Jacket. And I mean, once you take out those two characters, you can pretty much just auto the rest of the way here. So we're not gonna use Doom's ultimate. That's kind of a waste. We don't need to. You can use a special if you have Doom unlocked, but like I said, you can pretty much just auto most of these ones here. And I mean, what I would recommend is taking out the taunters first. That's what I recommend, just because they're annoying. Or if you I'm not using the special either. As you guys can see here, Kestrel cancels out Nick Fury summons. But yeah, you just want to start landing out the defense downs on the taunters, and then of course then you'll get those extra procs from Kestrel, and that just makes so much of a difference. You guys will see here in the final boss node that it's only doable because we have Kestrel. So we've got word now that Deathpool is coming into the game. It looks like she's going to be sort of a raid oriented mystic character as well. Cosmic Mystic, one of those. I think it's Mystic, my apologies. But yeah, and now of course we've already got Axemen for mutants, we got symbiotes for bio. So I mean, they're definitely leaning towards this approach, and now with the new Secret Avengers 2 for skilled as well. So I mean, definitely for sure they're leaning more towards these raid-based teams. So I mean, right now I feel like the tech side of things, we do have some pretty strong contenders, but will be interesting to see if they bring in some raid-oriented tech characters as well. Because I mean, we already have Kestrel in there, and I mean, she alone is pretty much a monster. She can be pretty much plug and play with any team, and she'll just absolutely destroy. So I mean, really, I don't really see what else they can do to the tech nodes. But I mean, we've got Doom in there, we got Minerva, but I'm sure they'll find some way, some shape or form to make it even better. But like I said, we've already got some pretty nuts characters here. I mean, Doc Ock, Minerva. I think everybody here besides Nebula is pretty much an amazing character, right? So we'll do the special there, just because we don't need to worry about it being charged for next round, just because we have Doom's ultimate. Gives him 3 turns. He'll be able to get a charge back up anyways. But yeah, like I said, we've got some pretty crazy tech characters. So I don't know if they'll ever come out with a tech-oriented raid team, but perhaps they will, or perhaps these nodes are a lot more difficult in Doom 2 or whatever they've got planned for future releases. But we'll see what happens with the update next week. Anyways, so we're clearing up here. Anti-Venom, you can leave him last. Like I said, I think we probably could have just autoed. So I'm looking forward to that new auto feature where they just single target, because I think we would have been fine just autoing the rest of the way. Get the rewards, and then now we'll basically go into the final node here, as you guys can see here. And I think the hardest part about this node is the fact that I did this one quite frequently. It required a 2-shot when I was using Ultron and Shuri. So it's doable. It's with Shuri, she brings a lot of sustain and defense up, so it helps. But the Black Bolts and the Doc Ocks and Doom, very, very, very annoying. And of course, because we have our own Doom, makes it a lot easier. And then of course now we've got Kestrel. So Kestrel has definitely significantly reduced the difficulty of this boss node. I mean, I think as you guys have seen in the skilled nodes, she absolutely tears. And then now of course we're going in here with tech, and of course she's going to tear it up as well here. But yeah, I don't think it's doable without her. So thank goodness we have her. And then of course Doom, his Doom bots, it's just crazy. Extra hits and extras, proccing on the defense down, and it just allows for so much damage to hit across the board. Sometimes I don't get through this. Everybody doesn't survive, but we'll see what happens here. I think sometimes I pretty much just get a couple leftovers. I think Doom or Kestrel are the only ones to survive, and that's okay. I think you're not going anywhere further with Doc Ock or Minerva or Nebula in the future nodes after these ones, so it's fine. But just so you guys are aware, it's not I wouldn't say it's by any means the best attempt, but it gets the job done. And so far we've been able to one-shot most of the time here. So, and yeah, I guess there's Falcon in it too, I forgot about. So we'll land the vulnerability on Doom, so that way we get that extra little hit from Kestrel. And then right down the center here, we'll smash the special, get everybody defense down, get that extra little procced. We've got Doc Ock ready to go, so we're going to flip these buffs on these guys. So we're actually going to turn the tables on them. Kind of unfortunate for them for using that, for doing the regeneration, but it works in our favor. And then from using Doom's ultimate, we'll just basically spam on the defense down, so we get that extra proc from Kestrel, and just as you guys can see here, just insane amount of damage. And we'll save the ultimate. It's up to you guys. You guys can use it if you want. I feel like leaving the Doom bots alone is nice, because then you get those extra little procs. And then of course we also have Kestrel's 3 turns thanks to Doom's ultimate as well, so it just does so much damage. The bots also help mitigate damage. I think the only crappy thing is I think Crystal or War Machine drops, and then they do a bunch of AoE. So sometimes it's not a bad idea to just release the ultimate and just, you know, get rid of these guys. So look, Doc Ock does his thing, kills a few. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a nice little heal drain here. And yeah, Minerva's nice on this node because, yeah, like I said, there's so much killing, there's so much healing involved. And yeah, we're gonna go down the center again, smash in everybody up with the defense down. Again, getting those procs in, and yeah, trying to focus on the guys with defense down, because as you guys can see here, just all those extra little hits from Kestrel just do so much damage. I mean, even when Minerva hits, she hits like a tank because Kestrel follows up with that hit, and it's just like everybody just dies. So maybe we should have taken out Crystal because she's got a bunch of AoE as well. But that's fine. We'll take out War Machine next because he's got the defense down. He's got the AoE as well. And yeah, like I said already, like boom, and then you get that extra hit from Kestrel. Like, it's just nuts, right? It's just absolutely nuts. I actually should have landed the vulnerability on Black Bolt. I would have taken care of it as well. So that was a mistake on my part there. But that's okay. So we'll go for Kestrel now. We'll get the double tap thanks to the vulnerability from Nebula. I think it was from Nebula. Not sure who it was from actually. But yeah, as you guys can see here, lots of extra damage from Kestrel, and Kestrel and Doom play such a big role in this. And like I said already, if you guys don't have Doom, it's not the end of the world. You can still do it with other characters. Hopefully you guys are working your way towards Doom, but you know, it's Doom raids, so obviously it makes sense that he's going to excel in Doom raids. But obviously, if you got Ultron, Ultron's bots work well. Unfortunately, pushing Ultron to ISO 8.5, like, yeah, it's a lot of you know, it's a lot of resources. And I mean, definitely nice that he got the that little red star love there. But for me, I'm still a little skeptical on that because he has, like I said, there's just so many better characters now. And he's definitely fallen a little bit off the rails there. So I mean, we've got so much of a power creep with all these new characters, the skilled Secret Avengers, Kestrel, Silver Surfer, and now we got Deathpool coming in. We've got who else do we have? We have so many other new characters. They keep pumping out better and better characters, and it's just like the creep just keeps coming. So I mean, yeah, it's up to you guys, like I said. But personally, for me, if you're able to find a way to do it without investing in non-meta characters, I mean, I would still say Ultron's a partial meta because because you know, people still use him quite frequently in war. He is actually a really good offense character to use. You know, you can insert him in a lot of different roles here, and he does well. So I hopefully we can one-shot this. Everybody's dying on us because I'm distracted here talking, but as you guys can see here, what I should have done is I should have just taken out Crystal. I don't know why I left her as long as I did, so don't do that. Focus on her and just take her out. She kept doing so much AoE to everybody, and that was bad. Unfortunately for me, they took out Kestrel, so we do have Mystic nodes coming up. So unfortunately for me, or wait, is she? No, she's Cosmic. I'm sorry, she's Cosmic. I keep forgetting that. So you only use her for skilled and tech. So never mind. Scratch what I just said there. But yeah, like I said, Doom needs to be alive because you'll need him for the Cosmic nodes or Mystic nodes. I always get them interchangeably mixed up. But you guys see here, that's the one shot. Pretty smooth. I would say for the most part. I mean, I think I could have autoed the last bit there, but obviously I was just hitting the auto. And we've got the Mystic nodes left, and then of course Moons on my lane. That's the, you know, on the far left lane here. But as you guys can see here, finished up those three pretty straightforward. And hopefully it gives you guys an idea on how to attack these guys. I think the hardest part, like I said, is taking out the Doom initially at the start, and then going for the Black Bolts. And then what I would suggest is taking out Crystal before she gets too much momentum, because she was just ripping through our bots. And yeah, as you guys can see there, that at the end we kind of lost a bit of steam there. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. We will catch you guys in the next one.